Hey guys, it's the Disco Spider, and as you know, Rugrats was a very popular show for Nickelodeon. In fact, it was Nickelodeon's biggest hit until The Sponge. Rugrats is a very monumental show for Nickelodeon, and they gave it whatever it wanted, such as a run of 9 seasons which had 172 episodes in the span of 13 years, 3 theatrical movies, video games, and a bunch of spin-off shows. One of these spin-off shows was actually based on an episode of the same name from Rugrats, and no, not preschool days. Today, we'll be talking about All Grown Up, a Rugrats spin-off show that aired during the final season of Rugrats. Although everyone has a fond memory of the original Rugrats series, most cannot say the same for this show. However, is this an underrated show that I'm glad got 55 episodes? Or is this just another pointless spin-off show that no one asked for? All Grown Up is about the life and times of the babies and kids from the original Rugrats series, all grown up and in middle school, simple as you can get. And that's my main problem with the show. It's super simple. It's your typical high school drama show, but dumbed down for kids. And with whiny little kids instead of, stupid teenagers. It's what you'd expect. Plots about bad breakups, going to parties, trying to rebel against your parents, and most annoyingly, relationships. One of the main themes of the show is romance, and holy fuck is the romance awful in this show. It tries to take itself so seriously as some kid drama, but all the plots are the most unoriginal and predictable thing ever. It just comes across as annoying. It reminds me a lot like the show 16, where they try to be a kid's drama, except at least 16 tried and failed to be a satire. This tried to be an unfun show, with some episodes having so many unlikable characters. And like I said, each and every single plot is predictable and unoriginal. Nothing in this show is creative, not even the characters. And the show isn't even funny. It tried to be relatable to the kids, but it just comes across as a bunch of middle-aged people trying to understand kids, which they don't. And also, there are episodes that are just so dramatic that it makes you go, what's the point? It's a kid's show. In some episodes, they tried going down this dark route where it's more depressing than anything. And not in the good, depressing way like creative and good animes or cartoon shows, but in the way where you're just turned off by the show. It's just sad seeing a show like this come from such a fun and original show like Rugrats. Sure, the Rugrats had its fair share of relatable and predictable plots in the show, but they approach each episode with its own Rugrats charm, seeing the perspective of a baby. Here, like I said, it's your less than average kid drama with no charm or twist. Did people really ask for this? It's just so pointless and unneeded. Just stick with the original Rugrats series. Then we have the animation. For some reason, it tried to look better, but in the style of the show, it actually looks worse than the original Rugrats animation. The designs do not work in this clean Rugrats style, and just the classic Supo style in general looks awful, and not in the good way. The animation on the original Rugrats, while looking rough, had a unique style that I really loved. This just looks bland and ugly. The only good thing about the show is that these character designs do look believable to the other character designs in the original Rugrats show. Like, I could totally see Chucky growing up to be like this. But besides that, the animation is pretty ugly. Then we have the characters. Holy crap, every single character is so unlikable. For some reason, they found a way to make Angelica even worse than in the original show. Chucky can be a jerk for sometimes, for no reason. Dill is an unfunny idiot. Susie is an asshole for being such an asshole to Angelica for no reason. And as for Kimmy, Phil, and Lil, they're just bland. Tommy is okay, but doesn't actually have a personality besides liking films. They all have no personality besides being a middle school trope. Actually, every character is a trope. Each character is such a generic kid, which sucks because they were all so fun and funny in the original show. And now seeing them become such annoying kids is sad. They all care about wanting romance and being popular like every other generic kid ever. With the original Rugrats, even if the plots weren't the best, what made the episodes enjoyable were how fun the characters were and the relationship they had. Always being nice to each other and really acting like friends. And here, they're all jerks to one another, making the tone of the show just so mean-spirited. I get that's how preteens are, but I came to the show for entertainment, not to watch a bunch of whiny, generic preteens be jerks to one another. Like I said, it's just really sad to see what Rugrats has become. Rugrats was one amazing Nickelodeon show with such creativity, giving us a great perspective on babies. It was cool seeing how babies reacted to scary movies, being in the movie theater, in daycares, and so much more. Now in this series, we see them deal with regular, unfun school drama, like trying to get a date, or trying to get over a breakup, and more. There's no twist to it, nothing to make it unique. It's just like if you took a teen drama and made it child-friendly, you're just making a shitty show even worse. And the original Rugrats had great animation. Sure, it was ugly, but it had charm. This does not. The Klasky Chupo animation was really ugly in the 2000s, including As Told by Ginger. There was something about the first few seasons of Rugrats that just looked cool, even if it looked ugly. It had charm, it had a cool style. And the characters in the original Rugrats were so much better than in here. They were likable, fun, and had great relationship moments. While watching the show, I kept getting annoyed by how shallow these characters were. And I know they're supposed to be like real preteens, but really, who cares about preteens? It's bad enough to have your own problems, but hearing kids whine about some dumb problem that doesn't really matter, like some girl you didn't even love break up with you, or wanting your cell phone, is not entertaining. It just pisses me off and reminds me how annoying the people in the real world are. Really, the people in All Grown Up are people that I used to be with in school. And they were annoying back then too. As for how this stands in the whole franchise of Rugrats, really, this is the only thing I've actually seen outside of the Rugrats and the theatrical movies. Never seen the fairy tale movies, nor preschool days, so maybe this is better than those. But as it lands on the Klasky Chupo spectrum, I haven't seen As Told by Ginger, which I think is the only one that I haven't seen. But it's better than Rocket Power, but cannot beat Rugrats, Wild Thornberrys, and All Real Monsters. And that's All Grown Up. It's an unfun take on an awful high school drama. Maybe if they didn't try so hard to be relatable, this could have been meh or at least passable, but it's not. I do not recommend this show. Just stick with the original series, at least the first few seasons. And heck, even the Rugrats episode called All Grown Up was awful too. This was just a really bad early 2000s Nicktoon, and a really bad idea in general. But what are your thoughts on All Grown Up? Leave in the comments or whatever, like this video if you enjoyed, and subscribe for more cartoon related reviews. Anyways, I'm the Disco Spider, and peace out.